Good morning, traders. Today is September the 9th. My name is Neville Hornsey, market analyst with You Trading, and today I'll be talking about the euro and the ECB. Okay, so this week has been sort of central bank heavy. Today is the ECB, and most market analysts would say that the ECB was the focus for this week, where they'll be talking about their monetary policy and whether or not they'll be sort of reducing their pandemic emergency purchases, or whether they'll keep everything the same, and whether or not they'll adjust their interest rates. Currently, the interest rates are at 0, and there's no real talk of them increasing that, even though there is increases in inflation sort of running through Europe, as we sort of see around the world. All right, so looking at the Forex Heat Map, the euro itself is strong against the dollar, the CAD, the New Zealand dollar, and the yuan, but it's weaker against these guys, the yen, pound, Swissy, and Aussie. And if you look across the board, CAD currently is the weakest currency, and the Swiss franc and the yen are battling out for the strongest. Yesterday, the Bank of Canada was more dovish, hence why we've got a weaker Canadian dollar today. So if we get a more hawkish ECB, I'd imagine that the euro goes green across the board. Okay, so looking at the euro versus the yen, if we move to the sentiment indicator on the active trader platform, 70% of traders on this platform are shorting the euro versus the yen. And currently the price action is within the 2016 Brexit lows and the 2018 January highs. You can see we've retraced a lot of the 2018 to 2019 or 2020 lows. So this moved down. We've retraced a good majority of that now, and we're just getting up into this sort of period here, the sort of 134.95 to 137.5 sort of zone, where there could be some more selling, and then this channel could continue going sideways, or maybe we pop through and get up to the 145. But currently correcting this big impulsive move. So if you take a Fibonacci extension tool, take it from the sort of COVID pandemic lows, we had a change in trend when we took out this swing high, went up to this swing high here, then pulled back. This old resistance became support, and you can see that 100% measured move of sort of an A, B equals CD. Then that would be 134.68, so slightly above this swing high here. And then if we've got a real impulsive move, then 142.6 is where the 161.8 extension comes in. Okay, that's the monthly. So if we go to the weekly, we've had this big impulsive move, bullish, a correction. We didn't quite make it back down to test old resistance to see if it's support. So there is a possibility that we roll over and test that, especially if the yen carries on being stronger. On the daily, just want to sort of point out we had these swing lows that were getting lower, the swing highs which were also getting lower. So there was this sort of trending down move in this channel. We broke out of that channel, haven't quite made it to the measured move to the other side yet. We did take out this swing high here, so we've had a change in sort of trend direction. Well, possibly, as long as this swing low doesn't get taken out. But yeah, if we were to say that this is a change in trend and we're going to just keep pushing higher towards that 142, like I said earlier, then yeah, maybe the Fibonacci retracement tool can give us a clue. So if you take it from the lows to the highs, 50% comes in at this balance area, and then a real deep retracement is this. These are the last of the sellers before this move. So maybe there's still some buyers there that rolled these sellers over. So at the moment, I'm thinking the yen's strengthening against the euro, so maybe the euro versus the yen comes down, tests around the 50% of this retracement, finds this balance area, and then goes higher, takes out these swing highs here. If we go to the euro versus US dollar, often or not, the euro versus US dollar can sort of lead the euro market. So if the euro versus US dollar goes higher, then the euro versus yen will follow. On the daily chart, we've had this expanding sort of wedge, this falling wedge that we broke out, and we made this perfect double top. Obviously, this cyan line here is the 200-day EMA, and yesterday price came back down, tested the 20 to 50 EMAs, and today, this change in trend here. So we had like swing lows, swing highs getting lower, so that's a downtrend. We broke above this swing high, so we've had a change in trend. This whole resistance has now become support, confluence of the EMAs. And if we get a hawkish or a slightly hawkish ECB, I'm expecting this euro versus US dollar to just take out the liquidity above this perfect double top. Whether or not it can get to this swing high here at 1.972 is another matter. If it does, then there's like a volume gap here, this big move here on the June the 16th FOMC move when the dollar became very bullish. There's not a lot of volume there. Market structure is all the way back up at 1.21. So if we get above this swing high, then that's how we get all the way up to 1.21. But for now, I'm just concentrating on this double top. I think they're going to at least sweep those highs, take that liquidity. That's the draw for me. And whether or not it goes higher, would depend on the actual tone and the actions of the ECB. And if it does go higher, then I fully expect this euro versus yen to go along with it. If we just sweep the highs and then come back down a bit, then that's how I feel the euro versus yen gets down here. And it's the euro versus yen that I want to get long on, really, because, if you go back to the monthly chart, this big sort of impulsive move, nice correction, larger impulsive move, correction. I just feel that there's a fifth wave. So this is like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. There's going to be a fifth wave, and I'd like to sort of get on that because they can extend. The third wave is obviously not going to be the smallest wave. So this is like a valid Elliott wave count now. And the fifth wave could keep extending all the way up to 145, or it could just at least touch the 136, but it's going to be bullish in my mind. And yeah, I'd like to sort of get on top of that, maybe around the 1.2950. All right, I hope that makes sense. I'll catch you tomorrow, and good luck today.